Hi, I'm Angie Torani, BodyTalk practitioner, holistic healthcare practitioner, and instructor. So, welcome to this month's group healing holistic health session. And this month's topic is gut health. Gut health is key factor behind most of our health problems. So, this session is to support your gut, which in turn would address your mental health, emotional health, how you handle stress, to your immune system. It would affect the digestive system, as well as it's one root cause behind 95% of our health problems. So we are going to dive in and do some balancing using BodyTalk system and holistic health to address the optimization of the gut and gut microbiome. So as usual, my suggestion to you would be to take a moment to stand up, evaluate yourself, close your eyes, evaluate how you're doing physically, mentally, emotionally. See if there's any aches and pains, any restrictions. And whatever you're feeling in the physical body, whether it's a ache and pain or a restriction of range of movement, or mentally not feeling good or any stress, jot it down as your reference and then listen to the session, and in a week's time or in a couple of days' time again do a self-assessment to see what has shifted. So if you like, you can pause the video and take a moment to assess yourself and take some notes. So once you're ready, I want you to sit comfortably. If you like, you can close your eyes, and we are going to dive in and support the gut health through a holistic health treatment. So just take a few deep breaths to ground yourself. And now I'm energetically connecting with this group consciousness to work with priorities to support with gut health. First thing that I'm picking up as a priority is hydration. Now, hydration is crucial because our body is made up of 70 to 80% of water molecules. Hydration is core behind supporting our metabolism. It's the process through which all the nutrients get absorbed at the cellular level. So what we are focusing on is cellular hydration, specifically to the epithelium tissue and the mucus layer for whole of this digestive system. That starts right from our mouth all the way to the intestines, to the rectum. So first balancing that is showing up as a priority is hydration of the gut lining and the mucosa layer, which is on top of the epithelium tissue. And this hydration, we are focusing on easy water, which is H3O2. And this is going to support to lubricate that mucus layer, on top of which these billions of microbiome sort of thrive and stay, and this layer supports as a nice cozy house. So firstly, we are focusing on hydration. Secondly, we are working on addressing some emotional release work through the gut lining. And I'm tuning into sort of range of emotions. Specifically, I'm tuning into water element, which is fear. Fear, insecurity, sort of some stress about having willpower to deal with things. So that's sort of a water element with the theme of fear and insecurity. We are looking at draining out those emotions through this gut lining. And now I'm looking at the immune cells, which in form of gut-associated lymphatic tissue, which are condensedly located near the gut. So gut is where we have exposure to our environment, which is everything that we eat gets into the system, and to safeguard it, there are tons of immune cells that are hanging around there near the gut-associated lymphatic tissue. So what I'm looking at is this communication network between the gut microbiome and the immune cells. So gut microbiome, which constitutes of viruses, bacteria, and these are external DNA, not human DNA. And the immune system has to constantly discern as to what to tolerate and what to attack. So with the gut microbiome, we are looking at optimizing the communication networks and synergy with the immune cells that are residing in that gut-associated lymphatic tissue. We are optimizing the consciousness of discernment for the immune cells to identify the pathogens versus what to tolerate. We are looking at increasing the population of few different species of microbiome with the key function of training the immune system into tolerance and producing anti-inflammatory hormones and antihistamines. So we are doing some intensive repair work on the gut microbiome, optimizing its function, specifically in correlationship to the immune system and supporting the immune system. The causative factor that I'm picking up, which is impacting this gut microbiome and this particular function, which is in relationship to immune system, is its discernment. So the discernment of the immune system, which is anchored to the enteric brain, which is the gut brain. The function of the gut brain is to constantly discern from pure to impure. And we are looking at sort of supporting that function, reconnecting the immune system to the gut intellect so it can discern better through its five senses as to prevent the inflammatory conditions. The causative factor that has sort of disrupted this gut microbiome and immune cells connection is toxins. So I'm picking up overload of toxins, and these toxins are, looks like environmental, which is easily available through our packaged food, chemical toxicity, heavy metal. So a different range of toxicity. So we are looking at optimizing and bringing in a support system for detoxification at the cellular level. So detoxification through the liver, through the kidney, through the lymph nodes, and specifically through the gut microbiome. And this is to restore the healthy gut flora to support the immune system. And it looks like there's been accumulated past toxicity, which is sort of impairing this whole ecosystem of the gut microbiome. So setting up some repair work on detoxification, balancing all the yin and yang meridians that support with detox function, as well as balancing the 5 elements, which are fire, wood, metal, earth. So balancing all these 5 elements in the Shen cycle, which is the nurturing cycle, and Ko cycle, which is the controlling cycle. Now this all rhythm has to function optimum to support the body to detox. So we're looking at supporting with detoxification, which in turn would optimize the pH level of the gut, which is acid-alkaline balance. And we are looking at bringing in this healthy blueprint of the ecosystem of the gut microbiome, which means right species of microbiome in the right sequence, in this gut lining to support the immune system, out of the inflammatory mode. Then we're also working with optimizing the gut with production of serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter for satiation, for feeling happy, for feeling elated, for feeling confident, as well as another neurotransmitter, GABA, which is anxiety inhibiting hormone, which is produced in the gut. So I'm running a rehab treatment to optimize the ecosystem of the gut microbiome, which synthesizes these two neurotransmitters. So it's like, they're under functioning, and it's like we need to amp up their volume and their community so it can activate serotonin and GABA, which is for mood stabilizing hormones. And this is for preventing anxiety, stress, so you're feeling more resilient to stress, you're feeling more confident. And we're looking at what is dampening the gut chi and the gut microbiome in its function for serotonin and GABA. And I'm running a thread of clearing some past emotional traumas and stressors. And it looks like we are going back in time to past couple of years. I'm specifically picking up emotional stressors with the theme of feeling sort of being in a coping mechanism. So not being able to fight, flight, but just having to deal with the situation and cope with it. It could be personal life or professional life. So we are looking at addressing all these past stresses which are accumulated. And we're going back to 5 years back in time. So running a treatment which is like setting up a program on the nervous system, which is the prefrontal cortex, the smart brain, to identify, to look for all the emotional stressors with this theme of coping mechanism and being able to surface it, synthesize it, and release it. So surfacing, disassociating, synthesizing, and releasing it through the three brains, which is the head, heart, and gut brain. So how you might experience this piece of treatment is you might feel some old memories of stresses that might be surfacing for you. And you can think about it, it's like a computer that is pulling out all the old files and processing it and deleting it. So just witness if you feel some old stuff in past couple of years with this being stuck in a coping mechanism surfaces for you. So we're looking at setting up this treatment to clear that coping mechanism and suppressed emotions, which in turn is a causative factor which is suppressing this serotonin and GABA production in the gut and sort of making these gut microbiome sluggish with their functioning. So we are running a treatment called circulation plugin to optimize the gut microbiome. So this piece of treatment would help with mental health, being able to deal with stress, pain, perception of pain, sleep, as well as this would support with optimization of the gut microbiome, would support with digestive issues. So we are looking at clearing the food sensitivities. Again, I'm running a optimization program to the subtle sense of smell and taste and all the belief systems regarding food. And these specifically could be the limiting belief systems around certain type of food being harmful or being allergic or intolerant to certain food. So we're looking at neutralizing the cultural belief system and the belief systems that could be imprinted in this lifetime for you, which in turn is contributing to the food sensitivities, where the immune system is seeing these food, and this could be particular food for you, as a threat and triggering sort of a allergic and intolerance response. So allergic response is where you've got instant reaction to something, And intolerance is somewhere you have delayed reaction to a particular substance. And we are addressing the consciousness, which is what are the emotional stresses and the programming, and why the immune system is seeing certain type of food as a threat and triggering the food sensitivities. So we're working at the psychological level, at the emotional level, as well as reprogramming the immune system and various different species of gut microbiome to be able to synthesize and digest. Then we're also working on optimizing the solar plex chakra, and this is for strengthening the fire element, digesting the food, and digesting the life situations. So strengthening that willpower, confidence, self-worth, with supporting the digestive system and the solar plex chakra. So optimization of the gut to support your mental health, emotional health, as well as to support with detoxification through optimizing the spin of the chakras. As well as we're working through clearing the lymphatic drainage to support with clearing all this emotional work that your body would be processing and releasing. So at this moment, I want you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. If you like, you can gently tap on your head. And this is to activate the central nervous system to process the treatment, to make those corrections. Simultaneously, you could be tapping on the heart brain, and imagine that's your save button. So your heart brain is saving all those corrections. And thirdly, tapping on your gut brain, which is your belly, to assimilate it. So just few deep breaths with tapping on the head, heart, and gut. So this session is to support your gut health, optimize your gut health, which in turn would support with mental health, clarity, being able to sleep well, clearing the brain fog, as well as reducing that chronic pain, support with optimizing the immune system, shifting the immune system out of the inflammatory mood, and supporting the body to detox. So I would suggest, if you have taken your review of how you are doing at your physical, mental, and emotional health before this session, take another one in a couple of days and see what shifts for you. And please do share. You can DM me directly or put on the comments on how you are doing and what shifts and improvements you see with the session. So look forward to see you next time.